Lena, what were you saying there? Let me see. Feeling more embodied, so much good coming into my life. I love it. Want to tap on acceptance, enjoyment, moving into this new me. Might be about growing into assertiveness too. Lena, do you want to unmute and tap with me for a minute? Okay, so here's something that is just so timely. When we do this tapping work and we change our minds and we change our emotions, oftentimes we forget to change how we view ourselves. So we still think of ourselves as the same old me with some new feelings, and then things start to happen and the same old me thinks, well, I can't have that, or I can't enjoy that, because we have an old vision of ourselves, an old self-image that isn't true anymore. Would that apply to you, do you think?
Yeah.
All right. And I see you changing, but it's easier for us to see it than it is for you to see it in a way. I mean, just from the first time you were ever on one of these calls, which was about a year ago, you were sitting in the dark. You were not sitting with a bright background. You wouldn't let us see you. That's wonderful. So things are coming into your life. Are you having a difficult time when you say acceptance? Are you having a difficult time accepting the good that's coming into your life?
No, it's just disorienting.
Okay. And how do you know it's disorienting? Let's tap on that a little bit. How do you know? What does that feel like?
It's not like before.
Of course not. You didn't want it to be like before. You wanted to change. Right? It's not like before. But remember, I said dynamic equilibrium. Your mind and body is getting used to this new reality. You have a new reality. And yet we still recognize you. People still recognize you. It's you that you're still thinking of yourself in the same way. And so when someone reacts to you differently than what you're used to, it can feel, we tell ourselves it's disorienting. So let's try some stuff and see what happens, okay?
Okay, I can kind of, when you talked about that, there's a conflict between what I think is me and what's happening outside of me. And it's when I touch that conflict, then I feel disoriented.
And what's happening outside, is it, I don't want to label too much, but are you saying that they're really good things happening and they don't feel like they're quite right for you?
No, okay. They're fine. And I could do this one day at a time for a lifetime. It's just unfamiliar.
Okay. All right. So here's what any of you can tap when you start noticing when we do this work. Things change. Everything's always changing, but now we're changing the way we think. We're changing the way we believe. So the famous phrase is, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And they do. And they treat you different and act different toward you. And so when you feel this disorienting feeling, check in with that, Lena, the disorienting feeling. What does your mind tell you to do about that? About, this is disorienting. I should what?
I get tired and feel like I should go to sleep, but it's not needed anymore.
Okay, so I get tired, I should go to sleep is kind of like a distraction or a way to protect yourself and, right? To cocoon up and let's go to bed.
Yeah. Check out and be in a cocoon. Yep.
Check out, yeah. And do you want to check out consciously? Okay, so the tapping is so great at getting to our unconscious things. So just tap like this and say, even though things are going really well in my life.
Things are going really well in my life.
They're going so well. So I'm just going to mute everybody here. Somebody's unmuted and sorry, there's just background noise. Okay. Things are going so well that I feel disoriented.
Things are going so well that I feel disoriented.
Usually things don't go this well for me.
Usually things don't go this well for me.
But this is what I want. And I'd like to know that it's okay. So as we tap around, Lena, I just want you to notice if you hear anybody's voice or a thought or anything, just say, things are going well for me.
Things are going well for me.
On the eyebrow, all the things I've always known that I deserve.
All the things that I've always known that I deserve.
Side of the eye and didn't used to get.
did you used to get? That's my
Uh,
dad calling me a hedonist. Okay.
Okay, there it is, right? And this thing, just remember that's a thought.
Okay.
If your dad, for any of you on this call, if your dad said to you your whole life, you're just a hedonist, you just want to feel good and you want to enjoy yourself, that's just wrong, right? I mean that was just your dad's thought and opinion, but he imposed it on you. And I'm not blaming your dad. I'm just acknowledging that, yes, this comes from that. Just say, I have these old thoughts
I have these old thoughts
under the nose that tell me it's not okay.
that tell me it's not okay
On the chin, to enjoy my life.
to enjoy my life.
Collarbone. I listened to those thoughts for a long time.
I listened to those thoughts for a long time.
Under the arm. And it wasn't okay for me to not enjoy my life.
And it wasn't okay for me to not enjoy my life.
Yeah, it didn't feel good, right? It didn't feel good.
Didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were somebody else's thoughts.
Those were somebody else's thoughts.
On the eyebrow, those were somebody else's beliefs.
Those were somebody else's beliefs,
Side of the eye, not mine.
not mine.
Under the eye. And I don't need to believe them anymore.
I don't need to believe them anymore.
Under the nose. I don't need to honor my dad's beliefs anymore.
I don't need to honor my dad's beliefs anymore.
On the chin. It's okay for me to honor me.
It's okay for me to honor me.
Collarbone. It's okay for me to do what I want to do.
It's okay for me to do what I want to do.
Under the arm. It's okay for me to enjoy my life.
It's okay for me to enjoy my life.
All right, take a deep breath there, Lena. And what comes up for you?
Blank slate.
Good. Blank is good.
Eyebrows hurt, but my person is like relaxing into the chair.
Okay, that's excellent. I'm going to suggest that over the next few days and weeks, you definitely can live life one day at a time. That's a wonderful way to live. There's nothing wrong with that at all, unless you're waiting for this disorienting feeling. If you're sitting around, you're not enjoying because you're waiting for a disorienting feeling or something like that. What I'm going to tell you is to remember that you can handle the disorienting feeling. It's okay. It's just another feeling. And you can handle that. That's not going to kill you. It's disorienting emotionally. Does it make you physically dizzy and disoriented?
A little, yeah.
Okay. Well, just notice as you
It's getting
observe.
less over time.
That's right, because that's your new reality.
Continue.
Okay. So your body and your mind will get used to it. It's just like for if you're a land person and you get on a boat, oftentimes you get a little dizzy and you get a little seasick for a while until you get your sea legs. And then you come back on land and you have to get your land legs again. That's the way the body and the mind work. And it will adjust. And I want you to get really used to this new enjoyment of your life so that you can invite in even more enjoyment. Be as big a hedonist as you want. Okay. Enjoy your life. I think deep down, deserving is not even a thing. It's not about deserving. It's about it being okay. So check in right here with your heart and your soul. Oops, you can't see me do that. Right in here, in this area. Does your innermost being think it's okay for you to enjoy your life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all you need to know. It's okay then. Anything else is our smaller self, our ego self, whatever. But this is what we want to learn to trust.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lena.